Everyone, Becky from Week 99ers. So we are still in Blowing Rock, North Carolina, but today we are at the Mystery Hill, and we're gonna do, I believe, some tomahawk throwing, some gem mining, and go to the Gravity Hill, and we're gonna share that with you. So hang on, and we're gonna show you some of the goodies that you can do here. And I think the price was only like $30 a person, so let's check it out.
My friend, it doesn't matter. Oh, go on. You can feel like a little baby. But first, give Zoltar a little money, and I will give you a fortune.
And here we go. So, the fortune. Onyx was made especially for you. Wear it and good luck will follow you.
Alrighty then.
There's our lucky numbers. We'll play the lottery tonight.
Excellent. Let's win big money.
I hope so.
The main thing with this is if in here, this is kind of like a control group. Whenever you try to push it to like 4, it takes the same force to push it that way to push it this way. Once we're actually in the room, there's going to be another setup like this that's going to be more force to move it one way from the other.
Okay.
But the next thing is this vortex map. Each of the dots on this map is a place where we know there is a vortex. Each of the ones with the swirl on it is a place that's going to turn into a forest. You can actually go to one like Grosse, Florida, though. Have you guys ever been?
No.
So you can see that you're about up to her eyes in this one. Then if you switch, now you're gonna see. You're probably gonna be about the same height. Yep. Yep.
You're like totally cool with it.
Going back to it. Also, we'll roll uphill over here. And we'll go around that corner all the way up through there.
What?
Also, if you want to go ahead and make your way down to that back wall, lean up against it, you're going to feel like you're getting pushed up against the wall. That's why I asked you not to run, because if you run from there, hit the wall, it does hurt. But there's also, over here, you can see water flows uphill. And there's a swing you can get on the swing because this doesn't act like a normal swing. It can hit the wall. What the left of the swing is, if you get some line, try to push it towards you guys, it's a lot harder than you would think. Try to push it back towards the wall, it's a lot easier. One day we gave that a good push and kept on swinging for about 3 hours by myself. So if you guys would like to train in a ball experience, the ball return is right down there.
Okay.
You can spend as much time here as you want to do all the experimentary stuff. Once you're done in this room, just exit that doorway, go down the hall to your left and follow mystery. There's a bunch of different puzzles and illusions through there, and at the end is a bubble room.
Excellent.
All right, everyone, we are in the Vortex Room, and you can see the room. I'm standing at the top. I feel heavy. It's heavily pushing. Watch Deb walk, and she's not trying to walk like a goofball. No, she's trying to walk safely. I think that's the main thing. Fall. So what, Deb, are you gonna swing for me? If you wanna swing, and we'll see. Yeah, it's actually on an angle already. and it pushes you back each time. It's hard. Okay, now can you get up and show us how the ball works? All right, so, and again, she's not putting this on this whole room. You can feel, no, we're very poor actors. You can feel it pushing at you. It's really odd. The ball thing might be my favorite thing. We did lose one earlier. It went a little fast, and I don't know how, because all you do is place it there and watch what it does. I don't know. I would really love to know. And then it goes right in there and it keeps going on up. And it goes all the way up there. And you can see it is not parallel with the floor. Yep, and they told us that once they hit the swing and they got it going and it went for 3 hours unassisted. So Deb's gonna do the ball again just because she loves us so much. So I can tell you, if I go further down in the room, I feel it more, but up at the top of the room, I can feel it pushing against me. And I don't know if it's just the angle of the room or the magnetic fields, but the closer I get to the back wall, I get nauseous. So I don't know what that is about. And I also learned while we were here that we have a Mystery Hill in Michigan. So that's gonna have to happen. Because,
What's the secret?
yes.
YouTubers, what's the secret?
How does this happen?
Magic tricks. I don't do all of those either. I have no secret.
And you just love that ball, don't you? I don't know. But, so this is part 1 of the Mystery Hill. We also have, there's like a dino museum. Deb's gonna fall, don't hurt yourself. We still have 4 days, 3 days of this trip, 2 days? Something like that. But we still have to go do gem mining. We're getting old-timey photos. And what else? Oh, there's a house tour.
Oh, hatchet throwing.
Oh yeah, we're gonna throw some hatchets too. So,
Guns yesterday, hatchets today.
yes. Yeah. This is definitely not a normal girls trip, but we're having fun. So, all right, so we're gonna move on to the next room, I think. And let's see what else. Let's see if Deb can get her bag. Okay. We'll see what else we can find. All right, everyone, we are about to go do our gem mining, and see behind us, these are supposed to be unseated. That means they're pulling it right from the mine, and you get what you get, and they don't have it, just a handful tossed in there. So we just went up and did the Dino Museum too, so we'll make sure we share some of that, and we're gonna see what we can find. Okay, so we're going to go through these little buckets. Deb's you wanna show us how to do it? We did it yesterday too, different type. So these are unseated.
That's what we're going to do. Bucket of gem. We hold. Little buckets of gem. Shovel. And your little tray.
Little screen, yeah.
So you're going to take some dirt. Put it here. All the little stuff's going to fall right through the stream.
Oh, I see something big in there.
Something big.
And this is the one that we were told somebody found a big emerald in.
And then we're going to just set it in the water. Do little shakes.
Look, ooh, you got rose quartz.
Then you flow into the stuff on the top.
That's what you keep.
We're going to put in our bucket. So rose quartz,
And
black rock with some
Obsidian?
white, we'll call it an Oreo binder. And then there is a handful of
little guys.
Ones that will toss in our bucket as well.
And they can identify that for us later.
Yes. All right.
Alright. Alright.
And ended up being gold that was worth over $2 million.
So how do we do this? How do we break that up and find out?
Man, wow.
See?
Those are quite large.
I couldn't get them out by the shovel. I had to take my hand.
Alright, so here we've got a milky quartz, which was just like a clear quartz that cooled down really, really quickly. And you have traces of where gold was with the stone at one point, or where gold was forming. But you also have very old little crystal points here. That's why it's so rough and rich just on this one little part. You had little clear quartz crystals growing up from it at one point in time. So we're going to stick this guy down there, special stones.
Okay.
Then here, this would be a smoky quartz. So the smoky quartz has a nice little crack right here where it started to heal. So iron got inside of the stone, and that's why it's red along just this line right here and parts of here. So iron came in with the water, and it started to heal and seal up this crack.
Huh.
You've got a nice large smoky quartz. Then you've got Chrysocolla, so this nice little vibrant green is oxidized copper on top of quartz for this specific rock. You've got a nice, very vibrant, beautiful amethyst. Amethyst is just a clear quartz that had iron added to it. Right here we've got another piece of Chrysocolla. If you add aluminum to your clear quartz, you get topaz, like this guy. And this one would be considered a blue topaz.
That's blue? Oh, it's got a very light hint.
Alright, so here, if your clear quartz gets heated up too much, it turns into smoky quartz. These are just smaller pieces of what this guy is right here. So we'll go ahead and tuck those underneath. This is what we'll use for our clear quartz. Even though it does look green, that's because it has natural chlorine inside of it. So that's what turns it green. In here, we've got little garnets or slingshot ammo. So garnets are made mostly up of iron. They have iron, aluminum, and magnesium mixed together. If these guys aren't being turned into gemstones in the jewelry industry, the industrial world is using these for sandpaper. Also, they put them in your water filtration systems and in your roadways.
So it's the reason they're round where they like tumble down a river or something,
No,
or
so
just
these guys
just
actually
formed?
naturally form with 12 sides. So sometimes these guys can get moved around in like streams and stuff, and
Okay.
then they could round off, or they could just not have enough heat and pressure to actually form all 12 sides.
Oh.
Or every once in a while they take the place of something. So say if you had more of a round stone in there first, sometimes that can dissolve out, and then these guys grow in their place.
Interesting.
This guy right here is Tourmaline. So Tourmaline is a black rock on the outside, but it can be any color on the inside. It's a collection of 16 different elements that make up that one stone. Same thing for this guy right here. Got a little bit more amethyst. Then right here you have fossilized coral.
Okay.
So this is from the Miocene period. So a little bit after the dinosaurs. Then you've got what we call chevron amethyst.
Says do not cut, or we do not cut fossils. All right.
Yeah, most of the time they just fall apart.
Well, yeah.
Then it smells like a dentist office afterwards.
No thanks.
Alright. This guy's not wanting to show much color. Oh, hey, I did bring mine today. There we go. Alright, so this one is a ruby. You can see that little bit of purple right there at the very edge. Got that. Let's see if we can see any more color out of this. A little bit. It gets darker as it goes. Yep. There's more of that purple going around the edge of the stone. Oh, there we go.
That's pretty.
So yep, that is a ruby. And your rubies actually come from right down the road in Boone. Ruby, sapphires, topaz, and if you get moonstone, that all comes from right down the road in Boone.
Interesting.
And then the rest of these are smaller pieces of what you already have. So I'm going to put these in a separate bag for you.
Okay. That's a decent sized ruby. I'd have to get it cut and cleaned, and it'd be about half the size.
Typically you lose anywhere from 50 to 90% of the stone.
Okay.
That's because the rest of it's just not good. It's just kind of like getting wood, planks of wood out of the tree. You have to get past that rust. English is hard to make. that rough exterior.
Oh, we can say that the whole time.
I'm saying that all day long.
Oh.
Not my first language.
Not this week.
I was about to say, it's not mine, that's the only language that makes it.
I know.
That's the scary part.
All right.
Right, so
Alright, the first thing, of course, as you all know, this is not a toy. It's sharp. It's done some damage to the wood over there. But as long as you're throwing it when no one else is around you, we'll all be safe, right? Yeah. Okay. So a few tips. The first thing, you want to hold it about 2 inches from the bottom. If you hold it too low or too high, it's not going to spin right from this distance. So that's a good place to hold it right there. Another tip, when you bring it back, you want to come straight back and straight forward. It's not like a baseball or softball or anything like that. If you do that, it's just going to hit the side. So it's really straight back and straight forward. You just do that by bending your wrist up and down, just like that. And then the last thing, I like to step with my opposite leg. You should play baseball, so I guess that's what it is. But it helps me aim it just like that. But it should look something like this. I'll throw it on this one. My lucky one.
All right.
You don't have to throw it off.
Woo! Good job.
Good job, man.
Made by Grandpa.